is Sal. Do not adjust your television. What you are about to witness is something so magnificent that it can only be brought to you by life. And life can only be brought to you by cells.
Hey, this is about cells. That's great. That's what today's show is about. Oh, hold on. This is today's show. Whoa.
I love science!
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Did you know that all the plants and animals in the world are made of cells? Tiny compartments of life that make up all living things. Like you and me and rabbits. Oh, by the way, do you know how you catch a rabbit?
Light will find
You lie in the grass and make noises like a carrot. Yeah, my sister told me that joke. That's a good one, isn't it, Peter?
I'm insulted.
Anyway, animals have all different kinds of cells that do all different kinds of jobs. Like a rabbit will have fur-making cells, and eye cells, and nose cells, and ear cells. I guess rabbits have a lot of ear cells.
Hey!
And carrots are made of cells, too. I guess carrots have a lot of carrot cells. Now, you and I are a lot more like a rabbit than a carrot.
Thank you.
Because we're made of animal cells. Now, what do cells look like? Well, you're looking at me, and I'm made of cells.
Okay.
Whenever you look in a mirror, you're looking at you, and you're made of cells. Snakes are made of cells. And plants and trees are made of cells. In fact, this building's being held up by cells. See this wooden pillar? It's cut from a tree that was made of cells. Now, you and I have about 100 trillion cells in us. Just think how many cells are in this tree. Just think how many cells are in something as big as this whale. Whoa! And these are blood cells. See, different cells have different jobs. Sure, we got bone cells, and cheek cells, and lung cells, and heart cells, and liver cells, stomach cells, large intestine cells, small intestine cells. The list goes on. I'm trying to sell you on the idea of cells. See, get that? Are you buying it? See that? Cell on cells. You with me there? That's comedy. Cells are just like bricks. That's right. They're piled up in big structures like a brick wall. Except there's a difference between cells and bricks. Cells are alive. And they reproduce. They make new cells. Of course, some cells are dying off, but new cells come along all the time. But suppose you're in a situation where the bricks were piling up. In other words, more cells were being born than were dying off. Then your brick wall would be getting bigger and bigger. It would be growing, just like you. You're growing. So, I'm exhausted. Bricks! More and more cells! See, cells are just like bricks, only different.
It is clear that the amoeba is not just a blob of jelly.
Hey, I want to watch the ballet.
Well, I want to watch the
Changing
amoebas.
direction on touching the solid
Why not
object.
do both? Tonight on Very Small Performances, Amoeba Lake. In store for us this evening, the protoplasmic prodidieu, pseudopod pirouettes, and the dance of the endoplasmic reticulum.
Cool.
Nice nuclei.
Alive or not? A happy, smiley family. Alive or not? An active volcano. Alive or not? A scrumptious piece of sponge cake. Yummy! Alive or not? A sea sponge. Alive or not? This has been another Alive or Not.
All All cells look something like this. They've got a nucleus, surrounded by cytoplasm with mitochondria and vacuoles in it, and then a cell membrane. This is an animal cell. This is a plant cell. Same deal. Nucleus, cytoplasm, mitochondria and vacuoles, chloroplasts, a plasma membrane, and then cell walls. Plants, animals, cells. You're looking at eye cells, nose cells, and skin cells, all moving with muscle cells. Millions of them. Different kinds of cells have different jobs. Whoa! Consider the following. If you had to describe a room to someone, what would you say? You say, well, a room's got walls, and maybe a door, and a window, and a floor, maybe some furniture. You see, a cell is a lot like a room. Instead of walls, plant cells have cell walls. Animal cells have cell membranes. That's from an old word that means thin skin. Same idea.
Thank you.
Now, in a room, you might find a table with some papers where you do your homework. In a cell, you might find a nucleus that controls the cell, does the cell's paperwork. In a room, you might find a fireplace, which provides heat, keeps it warm, energy. In a cell, you might find mitochondria, which power the cell. Same idea. See, there's all different kinds of rooms in a house. You know, there's a bathroom, a living room, a dining room, a library, a rec room, a basement. Well, in you and me, you might find bone cells, muscle cells, brain cells, skin cells, all different kinds of cells that do different jobs. But they're all cells. And they move, eat, drink, reproduce. They're alive. It's a good thing, too, because if they weren't, we wouldn't be either. Well, thank you for joining me on Consider the Following. Oh, I'm starving. Using brain cells takes a lot of energy. Let's see here. We have yogurt, sour cream, cheese, bread, sauerkraut, pickles, soy sauce, and tofu. It's all cells. Not only is this stuff made of cells, it's made from cells. Here, take a look. Yogurt and cheese are made from milk using bacteria and mold cells. Let's keep going here. Yeast cells make bread rise. Bacteria cells make cabbage into sauerkraut and cucumbers into pickles. Mold cells turn soybeans into soy sauce and tofu. Oh, that don't look so good. Oh, look, a refreshing beverage just loaded with fruit cells. Man. Cells. Oh, I better close this door.
Community Access Channel 27, the Endo-P Reticulum, School of Performing Arts.
Mrs. Sherman's biology class proudly presents The Cell, a musical.
One small single cell is living, it eats and grows and moves, and it undergoes mitosis. That's how one becomes two.
Outside the cell is a membrane that lets things through. A trillion of cells, they make up me and you. Cells come in many shapes and sizes, and what we should realize is cells are cool.
I'm Kate Whitlock, and that is a caterpillar. And together we work on metamorphosis. And that means that I look at how does a caterpillar become a butterfly, and what happens to the cells when they do that. So each cell has genes in it, right? And it's kind of like a roadmap for the cell. It tells it what to do and where to go, all right? Because these cells just go ahead and do this. They go from making a larva to a pupae to an adult. And it's their genes inside these cells that are saying, okay, well, I'm going to become a wing, and you're going to become a leg. Oh, weird. Ew. Seriously, no, they don't hurt. They're really cute. It's an amazing thing to see an animal go from this squirmy little worm, this caterpillar, into a moth.
I know it. It just feels weird. I'd have to get used to touching it before I can actually hold it.
That's the baby, and then the second larval instar, third, fourth, and fifth. All of us are made up of cells, right? And we have different types of cells. You have muscle cells and you have skin cells. Well, inside here, they kind of sit in here and they reorganize all of their cells. So can you see that they're actually doing this change in steps? There we go. Yeah, pretty exciting, huh?
The following is another Alive or Not. A farm fresh potato. Alive or not? Potato chips. Alive or not? Freshly washed gym socks. Alive or not? This has been another Alive or Not.
Skin is your body's fastest growing organ. Now, skin not only covers us on the outside, skin cells line your mouth, your nose, blood vessels, your lungs, your stomach, and your intestine. Now, we shed millions of skin cells every day, but millions more are made to replace them. It's like millions of birthdays every day. Hooray!
This is a mom,
And this is a dad.
who had the strangest baby who has ever been had.
A healthy boy was their only wish.
But instead they got a baby in a petri dish. He's Johnny, the one-cell boy. Mommy's pride and joy. Daddy's little trooper, and his only hope is one day to be seen without a microscope. And although the prognosis is not for mitosis, or arms or legs or feet or toes, this cell thinks things are still coming up roses for Johnny, the one-cell boy.
I wish I was a one-cell boy, Dad.
No, I don't think you do, son.
Sure I do.
No, I don't think so, Richie. You see, there's no such thing as a one-celled boy.
Is that true, Mom?
Mm-hmm. Real boys are made from a pair of gametes that fused into a zygote and then underwent mitotic division, resulting in a multicellular organism of the male gender.
No! No, that's not true! No, it's not true!
Ever had someone say to you, it's in your genes? They weren't talking about your pants. Ha! No, they meant you were born that way. It's in your genes. Now, genes tell your cells what to do. Like, you're a stomach cell. You're a brain cell. You're gonna have brown eyes and a big nose. Now, genes are made of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid.
What?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
What?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Okay.
And DNA molecules are very long molecules that have chemicals on them in a sequence, in a special order. Now, parts of DNA molecules are what we call genes. Now, DNA molecules are packed in your cells in something called chromosomes. Now, humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes. You get 23 from your mom and 23 from your dad. That's,
46?
46. Now, all plant and animal cells have chromosomes. They have different numbers depending on which plant or animal you're dealing with. DNA is pretty cool when you think about it. In fact, thinking's in your genes, too.
One size fits all.
I'm protecting my clothes because it costs a lot of money.
Just in case you didn't know, an egg is a cell. A big one, too.
When you're about to catch it, don't catch it right here. Just let it drop a little bit. That way the pressure it won't come down and break it.
These are one-celled eggs. We're protecting ourselves from these. is because we're gonna be throwing them, and we don't want to get hit by them.
Because if it gets dirty, my arm is gonna kill me. Don't catch it with your teeth. Go overhead.
Eggs, you know cells in our skin, right? They so small that you gotta see them in a microscope. And it's cool that you can see an egg, a cell this big in an egg.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Back.
I love cells.
Dad, is that true? Is there really a one-cell boy?
I'm afraid if your mother says there isn't, then there isn't.
Seeds have cells that are all dried out. For a seed to make a plant, it needs water, so let's give it to them. You can use any kinds of seeds for this. You got raw sunflower seeds, bird seeds, even 9-bean soup mix. Pour some water into a bowl full of cotton balls. Not enough to drown the seeds, just enough to keep them wet.
Okay.
Then add your seeds. Over the next few days, the seeds will soak up the water and get bigger. Then they'll grow baby plants, like these I started a few days ago. They're alive!
Do you know what this is? It's the letter O, but it's also enough room for 4 million red blood cells. 4 million red blood cells. Right there. Now, why do we call them red blood cells? Well, because they're red. Now, why are they red? Well, red blood cells have a protein in them called hemoglobin, which has iron in it. And when red blood cells are carrying oxygen, they turn red because of the iron. It's the same way these iron nails turn rusty red when they're carrying oxygen, when they rust. Now, not all blood cells are red. Some of them are white. There are about 1,000 red blood cells for every white blood cell. And white blood cells are the thing that attack viruses and bacteria to keep us from getting sick. Of course, this isn't really a white blood cell, and it's a ping pong ball. But these are really rusty nails, and they're all over the floor. Boy, you know, that's why they tell you, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Oh, man, and I got one on my sock. Oh, ouch,
Ready to party? Then get a balloon. Carefully pour a little vanilla extract into it like this. Then blow it up and tie it off. Shake the balloon to get the vanilla sloshed around.
Now smell it. Do you smell any of the vanilla?
You do, because the vanilla molecules are so small, they can fit right between the rubber molecules, especially when the balloon is stretched thin. And this is the way cells exchange chemicals with other cells, right through the cell membrane. It's called osmosis. Do you know what this is? It's a dot. But it's a dot that's about as big as, 500 cells. Now, 500 cells, that's nothing. Because in your body, you have trillions and trillions of cells. Oh yeah, you got skin cells and bone cells and muscle cells and brain cells and stomach cells and cells that make fingernails and immune cells and sex cells and nerve cells. You know, in fact, you have a lot of nerve.
What?
In fact, you have a lot of nerve cells.
What?
Yeah, nerve cells are the only cells that we never replace. The same cells we're born with. I mean, it's almost more cells than you can count. It's almost more cells than you can keep track of. I mean, it's just cell after cell. It's a big cellular counting party. Golden sponge cake, creamy filling. This is made with some living things and some non-living things. But does that mean it's alive or not? What do you think? Look at all these cells. Trillions and trillions of them. It's truly amazing. We start with one cell, and we end up like this. Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some mitochondria to monitor. Next time I see you, I'll be seeing your cells.
Produced in association with the National Science Foundation.
Is that true, Mom?
Mm-hmm. Real boys are made from a pair of gametes that are fused into Real boys are made from a pair of gametes that fuse into, a mitotic division of the multicellular organism that's a zygote, and then underwent a mitotic division resulting in a multicellular organism of the male gender.
No, that's not true.
That fused into a zygote and then underwent mitotic division resulting in a multicellular organism of the male gender.
Oh, Mom.